Hello, hello, hello. Thank you guys for joining us on this wonderful Friday night here at Texas Card House, RGV, in the All American city, Edinburg, Texas. We're bringing to you guys 2-5 no limit hold'em tonight. It's My name is Randy. Randy runs it up on most social media platforms, and we should be in for a doozy tonight, guys. Once again, I want to thank you guys for joining me tonight, and let's get right into the action. So we got a four-way pot that's going to go to a flop of King 8-5 Rainbow. It looks as if pocket sixes are still in the lead. Rigo with the 6-7 is open-ended. Okay. We have an air, guys. Our cards are... It's probably because it's the first hand. We have a misread on the air. But let's get right into it and let's try to figure this out for you. We have a Jack, Jack, Deuce 4 board. Two spades. I believe BBB rivering a queen for two pairs. Master Walter was out in the lead with pocket sixes. I believe BBB is gonna probably put a smallish bet out here. No, he leads out. It's showing that BBB let out for 110. Action is on Master Walter, who was in the big blind with pocket sixes. Will not like that river. And welcome to the table. BBB taking down the first hand of the night. That is BBB out in seat one, who originally bought in for 1,095. We have Master Walter, who is regular on the stream, bought in for 500. Rigo G, making his third appearance on the stream, bought in for 1K. We have Rock out in seat four, who also bought in for 1K. And coming back from winning probably the biggest pot on stream so far is Neto, who bought in for 500 out in seat five. So Brino coming back on a Friday night with us, bought in for 500. Out in seat seven, we have Justin G making his way from Bronzeville, bought in for 1785. Out in seat eight, we have Madi, who I believe played with us last Friday, bought in for 1,000. And in seat nine, we have Vega Bomb, bought in for 500. So it is a good mixture of players that we brought into you for you tonight. I'm excited to see the play and right into it. We have Madi opening Jack 8 offsuit to 40. Vega Bond with the King 10 of clubs making a call. And Rigo defending his big blind with pocket twos, electing to make a call as well. So we're going three ways to a flop. We have an ace 3-4. No help to no one, but it should help the pre-flop or razor. It does hit his range, and he is gonna c-bet for $55. That is Madi, of course. Mario is gonna fold. Rigo out in the big blind. He could elect to peel a card. He is on a gut shot. And with the 3-4 out there, I mean, that does hit his range as well. So we're going to go to a turn of a 6 of hearts. Rigo G still in the lead with pocket twos. Does decide to check. Action is on Madi G, who I believe is going to check back. Or is just going to keep repping the story. It is hand number two, so they are getting their feet wet, filling out one another. He does bet. He does lead out for $165. I like the bet. It is a nice size pot size bet. It should be enough to get through. And it is enough to get through. Hand number two going out to Madi. on seat 8. Patting his stack, 407 going his way. Wins 147 out of that. So he did overbet pot on the churn there. It's pretty interesting that he did lead C-bet and he double barreled with the jack high. So he is letting us know he is here to play.
Running the ace into head king over time is all good.
Yeah, that's the only hand I had. All day.
Oh, really?
I'm not sure why it's not giving us the action. I'm assuming the Cajun Asian. Yeah, we are waiting on something. It's coming from production, guys. So please bear with me. And while we wait, let me go ahead and we do have the 25K guarantee running out on the main floor as I speak. Oh, this is the 25K bad beat. I'm sorry. We do have the 25K no limit tournament running. 10K guaranteed to first place. April 24th started on yesterday, and it is running through the 28th. So there is several flights to make. Make your way out here, guys. The floor is full. There's about 3 or 4 tables on tournament tables right now. And yeah, we're excited. We are the home of the 25K bad beat. Oh, somebody's excited out in the background there. That is on the main floor. Who knows? Maybe they hit a high hand. We do have high hands running. Let's get back to the action here. We did have Neto raise pocket sixes to 15. He got 3-bet by Justin, who at this time we are unknown of his cards. He made it 60. BBB out in seat 1 with the 6-4 of clubs elects to make the call, and Rigo out of the small blind with the 8-9 of diamonds electing to make the call as well. We go to a flop of king, queen, jack, rainbow. We got Rigo is on a gut shot. Neto with bottom pair, right? Not on the board. He's not on the board. He does have sixes. I do see Justin gonna c-bet here and should be taking it down a lot of the times. Oh, it did go to the turn. Rigo did improve to a flush draw with his straight draw. He's gonna get rid of BBB there. Should be bringing in Rigo and is probably gonna get rid of Neto. So we're gonna go heads up to a river here. Ace of hearts, no help to Rigo, who at this moment is just sitting on a 9 high. I believe he's probably just gonna surrender, let the hand go, which he does check. And Justin turning ace-4 of diamonds. River in the ace, but was ahead with the ace. Diamond would have been bad news for Rigo there. So Justin patting his stack with 310. Nice hand going to Justin. We are just starting out, guys. So I do expect action throughout the night to pick up. And I will put myself on mute to let you guys get into the table talk. And I will jump in periodically to give you my best balanced strategy or theory behind it. But other than that, I will sit back and enjoy the action along with you guys. I'll give us till hand over and unders on 5 hands being played before we finally get a straddle. And I'll say 15 or 20 hands before we get a double straddle. Sobrino calling with the queen nine offsuit under the gun. Folds around to BBB, who's in the hijack with pocket sixes, making it 30 to go. Does fold around back to Neto, who's in the big blind, who's contemplating with the queen six offsuit, and I think he is looking like he is gonna break out some chips and make a call there. It is early. They do have a bit of history, and well, maybe he just doesn't want to surrender his 5. 9-8-3 rainbow board. Should go check check. No, BBB is gonna keep putting a little bit of pressure. Does put 25 into the middle, and Ernesto with the snap fold. The board did misread, so we are fixing that as we speak, guys. Let me know in the chat who you guys think is going to be the biggest winner and biggest loser of tonight, and we can put something on it. You know, I'll be here till 10, 11 tonight. Maybe we can we are fixing the RFID reader as we speak. I mean, just so try to clear up those misreads. Madi with the queen 7 of diamonds, open it up to 7. Jose Herrera asking what theory is. Theory is just basically talking about the game theory optimal play, which is an umbrella term for the players to describe the Holy Grail of No Limit Hold'em playing strategy. It dictates that the player is always making the decision that returns the most profit in the long run. That's all it is. I mean, nowadays most people play by theory and some play to exploit, so it's a good mix, right? And I do believe we do have some players in here who are well versed in both, so it is exciting to see when a player of a certain caliber is making moves into that. I do want to welcome those that are watching on streams. Freddie, Alfonso, Manny, thank you guys for tuning in. We'll be here till 10 p.m. tonight. Neto ripping it. The Jack 10 there. Top pair, 10 kicker. We are playing 2-5 Hold'em tonight for you guys. Every Friday night, 6 to 10. We will be on stream here at Texas Card House RGV in the lovely city, the lovely all-American city of Edinburg, Texas, my hometown.
Oh, you're talking about Hold'em. I think you're talking about sports. Oh, I have no skill there. No, yeah. It's probably
And every Wednesday night, we do have 1-3 Hold'em, and we will be hosting a PLO game this coming Wednesday, guys. So stay tuned for that. And if you're interested in joining, jump on the list. Reach out to me. Reach out to any of the dealers, management here at Texas Card House, and we'll do our best to get you guys on this stream next Wednesday. BBB with the 6-5 of hearts. Pretty much in middle position, opening it up to 45. Setting the tone early. Does fold around. And he does pick up Sobrino with the King 8 of clubs in the small blind. King 10-7, Sobrino out flopping. Well, was already ahead, but not knowing that. Does out flop, does flop a king, is out in front. He is a 90% favorite at this point. BBB does have backdoor outs. Sobrino Sobrino leading out 45, and BBB gonna make the call and elect to see a churn. Does have plans to do something on the churn or in a later street, and he does churn an amazing card for his hand, which picks up a ton more outs. Sobrino checks. BBB bets out 200, which was a little over pot. And Sobrino rips it. BBB makes a call for the 385. King 8, Sobrino with 2 pairs. BBB with an open-ender straight flush. And they do elect to go twice, so they are seeing 2 rivers, guys. 2 of clubs, no help to BBB. Half the pot going to Sobrino. And the 10 of hearts coming. Putting out the flush for BBB, so they are chopping the pot. No Max Payne Fridays, I guess, guys. No Max Payne Fridays. If you guys are just tuning in, they had an all-in. We are barely on hand number 6. They did decide to rip the river twice, and it is a chop pot. As one of my previous co-hosts says, a chop pot is like kissing your sister. I wouldn't know. I don't have a sister, and I don't chop pots. Shout out to Danny and Eric who just joined. I agree, Eric. It is boring, buddy. Chop pots are boring. We want to see Max Payne. Run it once.
I'll give you Milwaukee plus 11. Down by 12.
Hey, what do you know? We're on hand number 7, and the straddle is out.
Just looking for a friend, man. It's 50 bucks.
It is going to be 10 to go. BBB sitting with the ace-8 of spades. I do see him calling. Yep. He is going to call. He is suited. Does have a suited ace. Does fold around the net, though. The rock with the ace-9 offsuit makes the call as well. Neto folds, the button folds. Small blind folding. Action around the Mahdi with the queen-10 offsuit. Gonna make the call and see a flop. And Vagabond with the king-4 of spades was in the straddle, electing to go ahead and see the 3. Mahdi flopping second pair and backdoor. Oh, the thing did change. It is queen 4-5. Sorry, I had saw king queen 10. Mahdi flopping top pair. The rock turning a 9. Mahdi leaning out 40. Vagabond with the king 4 of spades does turn a flush draw. And he's going to elect to raise. Makes it 120. And shout outs to the Cajun Asian who's in the box tonight. You know, he is fiending to jump in. Action back around to BBB with the nut flush draw. He's contemplating a raise or a flat here. And he does decide just to fold. Action back around to Mahdi, who's holding top pair with a decent kicker. I don't see Mahdi folding. And he does make the call, and we will be seeing a river. King of diamonds, baby. Sneaking in the back door comes Vagabond with top pair. It is going to go check bet. And I'm not sure if Mahdi will make this call. Vagabond is sitting on 330. The pot is 282. He was trying to see a spade. They did check to him. He is probably going to bet for value, and he does. He does 170. I like the bet. Mahdi is in the tank and does make the call, and he is going to see the bad news if Vagabond did river that king. Oh, and a 4. I'm sorry. He did have a pair of 4s on the flop. Well, he did have a pair of 4s on the flop. Turned to flush draw and river 2 pairs. So, Vega Bomb puts the re-raise on the turn when he had a bottom pair and a flush draw. And backdoored into 2 pair. Top and bottom. Does pad a stack there. It is early, so the V-pips are just starting out, guys. V-pip, meaning voluntary put in pot. And there you go. You have BBB, who's putting out the straddle. I'm surprised he didn't put out the double straddle last hand. Master Walter with the 9-deuce offsuit is going to find his way into the muck. Rigo is going to fold. The Rock waking up with the ace-king of diamonds here. Does elect to make it 40 to go. I like this, the bet sizing. There is 15, 20, 22 in the middle already, so I do like the bet sizing. Neto with the king-9 of spades is going to make the call. Shout out to Easy and Oscar who just joined us. So those that just joined us, we have a $15 straddle, a race to 40, a call, and a 3-bet out of the big blind with the king-jack of hearts to $85. I would have liked them to size up a little bit. He's going to be playing the hand out of position. If you are going to raise, you should have sized up a little bit. But it is enough to get the straddler out, but not going to be anywhere near getting the Rock with the ace-king of diamonds out. And Neto, Don Neto, electing to make the call there as well with the king-9 of spades. So we have ace-king, king-9, and king-jack going to a flop 3 ways, guys. Ace-jack-6. Vagabond's going to check. The Rock leads out 100. Should be enough to get it through. Oh, Vagabond with second pair here. It's going to fold. The Rock does take it down. We are playing 2-5 Hold'em here, Texas Card House RGV. We do have a 25K guarantee running out on the main floor, guys. So if you're at home and have nothing to do, make your way over, jump in that 25K. You can still tune in. You can watch us on YouTube, Facebook Live, Twitch, and other platforms. Once again, my name is Randy Chavez. Randy runs it up on most social media platforms. I am in the booth by myself tonight. And that's all right. I expect, I'm hoping to see a good game. Action around the net, though, with the 9-3 of clubs. Just getting frisky and opens it to 15. Shout out to the Snowman and Valero out there. Thank you guys for tuning in. You guys are the real MVPs. I say it every Wednesday and every Friday. Without you guys, we would have no stream. Off to a King Deuce 4 with 2 hearts. Action does check around 5 of clubs on the turn, so we do have a double board flush draw. BBB gonna go ahead and lead out 35. With third pair and a gut shot. Neto making the call there with the flush draw and an open ender. Does need an ace, a six, or a club. No help on the river as it is a 10 of diamonds. And Vagabond, who also elected to see the river with the queen six, who was on a gut shot. And Beto's going to win this hand with a pair of fours. He will be surprised to see that, but it is good, and that's what happens sometimes. Shout out to Michael, Daryl, and Ashley who are just tuning in, guys. Without you guys, you guys are the real MVPs. Thank you guys for tuning in. It is Friday night. We do have 2-5 Hold'em for you guys. And I am in the booth alone, so I will be talking either a lot or a little. I will put myself on mute to allow us to enjoy the gameplay, and I will jump in and give my best analysis when possible.
I said you're a sucker. Do you think you're gonna kill these guys? You think so? I know so for sure.
I was trying to get them to play a 7 deuce game or a stand-up game or do something strange for a piece of change, as they say, but I didn't have enough time to really get in there and convince the whole table. Although I don't think they need a lot of convincing. There is a $10 straddle. Madi with pocket fours in the cutoff does elect to make it 60 to go. I like that. He is in position. He is setting the tone. And he is isolating the pot. Does get a couple of folds. Neto with the 7-5 of diamonds. Gonna get in there. And they should be going heads up to a flop. We got 7-5 of diamonds versus a 3-bet aggressor with pocket fours in the cutoff. Neto out flopping Madi with a pair of fives. It is a Jack Deuce 5 board, 2 hearts. I do see, oh, Neto. I was about to say, I do see Neto checking, but he did lead out 140. Came to play and will not be bullied. Good enough to take down the pot. Does pad his stack with $87 there. Bet on the aggressive side, being that if Madi did have an overpair, he's gonna find out right away unless he was bet folding. But I mean, with his stack size, so it's a tough spot there. We are early in the night. We got 5 winners and 4 people down a little bit. Nobody down too much. Rigo down 440. But it is early. We are barely on hand 11. Plenty of time to turn that around. BBB with a $20 button straddle. Does get a couple of folds. The Rock with the Queen 4 of clubs. Making the call from under the gun. And Neto with the King Jack off, electing to make the call as well. Justin holding the King 10 of spades. I can see him 3-betting, but nope. Decides to make the call as well. Probably hoping that nobody behind him has a hand and will be able to play this hand in position. Madi waking up with pairs early and often. There's the 3-bet. Makes it 120 to go with pocket sixes. Should get a couple of folds. Neto gonna make the call with the King Jack off, and I believe I can see Justin. Nope, he's making the call. It's a different Justin than the Justin I knew. So we're going heads up to a flop. King Jack off versus pocket sixes. Neto spiking a jack, and I don't see why he would slow down from leading out as he did the previous hand. But he does. Decides to check. Doesn't like the ace, I'm assuming. Action on Madi. Pot of 307. Madi sitting on 635. Does bet 100. Is keeping that lead. And checked raised by Don Neto. Wow. He is on a tear, and he's on a tear early. Does need to be cautious to those plays because at some point, some of these guys are going to wake up with hands there.
Don't worry, we can go double or nothing on the mat.
Came with the mindset of he wants to get the chips in the middle, though. Nice hand going over to Donetto, who just gets frisky with the check raise there. Action is on him with the ace-4 offsuit. I'm going to go ahead and go out on a limb and say he's probably going to call.
By that much? They could buy a shot.
And they always play good but
And he does pick it up to 15 with the ace-4 offsuit under the gun. Catches a bunch of folds, action back around to BBB in the cutoff with the 10-9 offsuit. Who's going to bump it up? Makes it 60 to go. Can Neto go for 3 for 3? Jack 10-4, rainbow board. Donetto flopping bottom pair, does check, and BBB is going to c-bet for $55 with second pair. Neto making the call. King of hearts on the turn. Neto with the check, BBB with the check. 7 of hearts on the river. I do see this hand going check, check. It does go check, check. Neto showing down ace-4. Gonna see the bad news. The BBB has 10-9 offsuit. And is just good enough to take down the pot. If the table is paying attention, they will take a look at that and see that Neto did call pre-flop with the ace-4 offsuit, did open, called the 3-bet, and called the continuation bet there on the flop. So, you know, I want to see who's paying attention to that.
I'm getting you for like $500.
Sobrino, the $10 straddle out front.
I only saw one, so it was like halfway there.
Sobrino with the 10-4 offsuit. Jacks, BBB with the ace-5 offsuit. Bets out 25. This is a queen, jack, jack, 2-heart board. Heart. Both have backdoor hearts. But I'm not sure if they've seen their hands. I was hearing that they might have just been playing blindish. 5 of diamonds on the river, good enough for 2 pairs for BBB. Who did show some aggression on the flop, does go check, check. And he will be taking down another small pot.
I saw the 5, yeah.
Does fold around to Master Walter, who's in the hijack with pocket sixes. Does elect to bump it up to 20 to go. Neto with the king jack of diamonds in the small blind. He ain't gonna go nowhere and does elect to make the call. Sobrino with the 10-7 off. He's just gonna go ahead and surrender the big blind. And we will be going heads up to a flop. King Queen 9. Don Neto flopping top pair in a gutty. Master Walter, if it gets checked to, I don't think will be c-betting. He will be checking a lot of his hands here. And I'm wrong again. He makes it 35 to go. Continuing his story. The problem there is I'm not sure if Neto's reading the same book. Would not be surprised at anything Neto decides to do here. And he does make the call. 5 of hearts on the turn. Goes check, check. 8 of spades on the river. Hand is all but Neto's. And it does go check, check. Shows king jack. A lot of the way this hand was played out is due to the history they have and or they know Walter isn't ever going to be putting in money light to say. So credit to him and his style. It's a good player. He was able to get away from that one fairly cheap. Well, he didn't have much, but the fact that they didn't even attempt to put chips in the middle against them it's always a good thing. What up, Mario? Joining the chat, man. Thank you for tuning in. It is 2-5 Hold'em here. We are on hand 15. Neto making a 10 to go on the button with the ace deuce offsuit. Justin not having any of it makes it 40 to go with the king 8 of hearts. And Madi coming along for the ride as well from under the gun with the queen 10. And we're going to be going 3 ways to a flop. Jack 10-6 board. Madi with the best of it right now with a pair of 10s. It does check around. 5 of clubs on the turn. It's going to check around again, I believe. Nope. Madi putting out 80. Does take it down. And didn't take long. Hand 16, we have a straddle, restraddle.
You guys want to do a round of straddles?
There you go. BBB asking for a round of straddles. It is amazing for the game, especially when they're out front.
$50 bunch straddles starting with you?
So it is a straddle of 10, restraddle of 20. Action is on Master Walter with the ace 9 offsuit. Yeah, he's just going to let those go. Rigo lets the king 3 off go. Rock waking up with the ace king offsuit. 37 in the pot. I would have
I've
liked
never
him to
played
open it
it.
up here to 65-70.
Only in a like PLO setting. Like
He
if
does
you
make
like
it
it.
50.
For like a little chip.
No, man, you
Justin,
have to
Jack
get
10
like
of hearts.
because people get tilted.
I think it's
He is going to make the
supposed to
call.
get we had a kid with this.
They've done it before, I think.
Marty waking up with the ladies in the big blind.
It's like
There is
$25.
180 in the pot. Yep, I like a 225 out here. Oh, he did elects to make it 180. He does go pot. 185. Some folds, action back around to the Rock, who was the original raiser.
What do you usually go play with?
Golf. Matt?
Makes the call. I do believe Justin is going to make the call as well. We will be going to a flop three ways.
Yeah, that man.
Ace King versus Jack 10 suited versus two queens. Justin flopping top pair. Marty making sure that he does have the ladies down there. Takes a quick sneak peek. He is sitting on 432 and the pot is 585, so he does elect to just rip it in now. He is taxing any flush draws and any jack. Justin makes the call. Four of hearts on the churn. Three of diamonds on the river. Two pairs for both players, but Marty will prevail with the queens. 1449 heading his way.
It's just the 50 meters. I can put him in the plate.
Give me another line. Give me another line. Let's do Milwaukee plus 3. You're already free rolling.
Maybe. Maybe.
Yeah?
I told
You
you
do now.
You do now.
Nice travel. I appreciate that. Easy, Milwaukee. Still on?
Justin, 6-4 of clubs, electing to raise it up to 35, and Master Walter, who originally limped for 5 with the Queen 9 of hearts,
And I'll
making
have
the call,
minus
going
10.
heads up to a flop of Jack 5-8, Rainbow. Walter did flop a gut shot, and it does go check, check.
Like if they come back, I'm
Bada bing, bada boom. 10 of hearts on the churn. Walter with the nut straight as of right now, and does have a backdoor flush draw. Justin did bet 40.
What other games are you on?
Mavs is 7.
Walter does make the call.
Half and I'll give you
He is
3 points.
checking, allowing Justin to do the betting.
The spread I think is 4.5, but I'll give you first half plus 3.
He does quickly check and gives the rope to Justin.
You're not letting me get up.
Yeah, whichever. Check your database algorithm.
Justin with the $75 bet is going to hear the bad news here in the form of a raise.
Or better yet, like who's the worst sports better you know?
Just too bad for Walter that Justin really has nothing to continue with, but he was able to get 40 on the chart and 70 on the river, 75 on the river by just checking, and he does elect to go all in. This is a snap fold, and he does take down the pot. I like the play. He doesn't have to show his hand, so nice hand going out to Master Walter in the seat 2. Shout out to Raul. Blanca just joining us. Blanca, we will be having a ladies' night soon. Keep tuning in. Reach out to us. We will be forming a table just for the ladies here of the RGV. But right now, we are playing 2-5 Hold'em. Ladies are more than welcome to join this game as well. Action on Vega Bomb with the Queen 6 offsuit. There is a $10 button straddle. Action on BBB, who's in the big blind with the 7-3 of hearts. Gonna go ahead and throw it away. Oh, I'm sorry. BBB does make the call with the 7-3 of hearts. Rock making the call with the Queen 5 of hearts out in seat 4. Sobrino waking up with pocket 10s. Bumping it up to 50. Couple of folds. The button does fold. The straddler does fold, I'm sorry. Back to BBB, who's going to fold. Action back to the Rock with the Queen 5 of hearts. Nine for deuce, rainbow. 10's way ahead, with an overpair to that board. Unfortunately for him, the Rock hit absolutely nothing. Squadouche. Does go check, bet, fold, and off to the next hand we go. We do have a straddle restraddle. Didn't take but 16 hands, I believe, was the first one. 20 to get the second one in. I do believe we will see straddle restraddles throughout the night with this particular set of this group. Action is on Donetto with the 7-5 of spades, sitting on 700. Is electing to make the call. Folds around. Madi with the ace-10 off. He is going to 3-bet here. Makes it 70 to go. Sorry, he is going to raise to 70. Action back around him. Triple B with the king-queen off. It's already padded his stack with about 500. And he is going to 3-bet. Hefty 3-bet. He is in the small blind, so he is playing out of position through the rest of the hand. I like the 3-bet, isolating. And we'll have control of this pot. And it is enough to fold out Madi's hand. Picking his spots is important in this game, guys. 3-betting, bet sizing, you name it, it's all relevant. A straddle out front. Ace deuce of hearts. Neto electing to make the call. Under the gun +1. Madi electing to make the call with the 7-8 offsuit. And Triple B coming in with the 10-7 offsuit on the button. Limp happy early. We are seeing cards multi-way. Queen Jack 6, 2 diamonds. The Rock out ahead with second pair right now. Does get checked to him. He does bet out 25. Oh, he does have bottom 2. I'm so sorry. He has bottom 2. Bets out 25. Should be enough to take it down. Nobody has much. There's Rigo. We've gotten him in on every other Friday stream so far. He does work out of town. He does reach out to us, lets us know, hey, I'm going to be in town. Great communication there. Responds in a timely manner, guys. I mean, it's that simple. You want in, reach out, and we will begin the communication to see what best works for you and what best works for us. Couple of folds. Sobrino with the king 10 of diamonds, bumping it up to 35. He is under the gun +1. Does elect to go on the bigger side. Madi with the ace queen offsuit, making the call on the low jack. And BBB waking up with the walking sticks, pocket 7s in the cutoff, electing to make the call as well. So we're going 3 ways to a flop here. Jack 8-5, 2 spades. Pocket 7s are still in the lead. It does get checked around to him. Does bet out 50. Madi with 2 overs decides to peel 1. Does have the ace of spades. It is a very important card in his hand there. 2 of clubs on the turn. Does check. BBB checks behind. I'm not sure. Ace of clubs on the river to sneak in through the back door with the river ace to take down the pot. Action did go check though. I feel maybe BBB there in the cutoff. Check 2 again by Madi. Could have sized up and probably taken down the pot with the bet there on the turn, but it's easier in my spot, in my chair, than it is in theirs. I can see their cards, so I won't look too much into that. I agree, Eloy. A bet on the turn probably does take it down, being that he just has 2 overs and really has no equity, but I'm assuming that BBB was just doing some pot controlling there, keeping the pot small. He did have pocket 7s. There was several cards that did beat him. And we do have a 25K guarantee. Nettie in the chat. It is a $100 buy-in, guys. 10K guaranteed to first. Great value. Great value. Multi-way pot here. We got Queen 10 versus Ace Jack and Pocket 2s on an 8-4-5 rainbow board. Pocket 2s are still in the lead. Does check around. Oh! Pocket 2s Turning a set. Too bad nobody has much. But Vagabond is reaching for some chips, and he does make it 55 to go on the turn. He does have a gutter for the wheel. Master Walter electing to make a call here. I would have probably put a raise in there to deny some equity to the flush draws and straight draws, and you are doing a little bit of taxing there. So for when the 9 of clubs falls on the river, you did your dirty work on the turn. It does go check, bet, fold. And that's why I think I would have bet the turn, because at that point, even if he has nothing, he folds the turn just like the river, but he did have straight draw outs and 2 overs. So you could have maybe got something had you just raised the turn. What up, Jacob? Jacob just tuning in. Along with everyone else, we are playing 2-5 Hold'em here at Texas Card House RGV. We are the home of the 25K guaranteed tournament that is running out on the main floor. $100 buy-in, 10K guaranteed to first place, guys. Great value, big bang for your buck. Rigo with the ace-8 offsuit, been relatively quiet, decides to bump it up in the cutoff, gets called by the Rock, who's on the button with pocket 4s, and I believe the big blind defended as well. So Brino with the 10-8, yeah, so we are 3 ways. We did see a flop. It goes check, Rigo flopping top pair. It's going to continue his story, and it is going to go fold, fold. I am in the booth tonight alone. Shout outs to my boy Leo watching from home. Not sure about Isaac, but I will be here giving you guys hand analysis as best as I can. We do have a straddle out front for 10. The game has been semi-splashy, but not to the standard we've normally seen on Friday nights. It is relatively early. We are on hand 24 though, so I do expect it to pick up throughout the night. Get a couple of calls. Marty looking down at the jiggities, as Brad Owen likes to call it. He was the straddler, and he does bump it up to 110. Gets a couple quick folds. Action back around to Doneto with the queen 9 of clubs. He is going to make the call here. We probably be going to a flop heads up.
200, 400, 400. 200, 400, 400.
Pocket jacks versus queen 9 of clubs heads up. Madi versus Doneto. Uh-oh. This could be disaster for Doneto, as Madi has an overpair to the board and Doneto flopping top pair. Action is on Madi, who was the pre-flop aggressor, who did have the straddle out. 260 in the pot. He does lead for 115. Doneto makes the call. We're going to see a churn card. Four of spades. 490 in the pot. Don Neto has about 407, so Mari just rips it in. It's going to be very tough for Don Neto to get away. He does make the call, and we will be seeing the fifth and river card here, which is the ace of hearts. No help to no one. And Don Neto will be seeing the bad news as Mari turns over pocket jacks, the jiggities. It has to be a great feeling to have a straddle out, pick up the table and people from the other table to call, look down, see pocket jacks, open it up, get some callers, and just stay in the lead with an overpair. Such a great feeling. It, he was just thinking of Vegas and the fucking Mirage. Excuse my language. Nice little hand going to Amadi there in seat 8. BBB with the restraddle of 20. Master Walter letting go of the ace 10. I'm not sure. Yeah, Rigo making the call with pocket 7s, and the Rock coming along for the ride as well with pocket 5s. Folds around to Mari, who makes the call with the ace 9 offsuit. And what do you know? Vega Bomb, who had the straddle out, waking up to King Kong, pocket kings in the straddle, makes it 155 to go. But oh my God, you got BBB, who had the restraddle and is waking up to pocket jacks right behind him. He probably is just going to go ahead and make it 5. Is he going to make the call here, or he does raise? Yeah. He is going to isolate Vagabond, who's just going to put the rest of his chips in there, cross your fingers, and hope an ace doesn't come out, right? Because that's what kings and jacks don't ever want. He is taking his time putting his chips in. Does go all in. Absolutely no way that Triple B is going to fold. They are going once. Jack 7 deuce. Triple B flopping top set. Mega Bomb has no spades. Irrelevant turn. Irrelevant river. BBB taking all the chippies. 1142 going his way.
No, I know. Were you calling 155? I was thinking about it. I wasn't sure. I was glad you
Rigo telling Triple B he would have flopped second set, so Rigo saving some money thanks to the 3-bet from Pocket Kings. Beto taking down a nice one there. Is up about 1,000 so far on the night. 26 hands in. Him and Madi, the big winner so far, but there is a couple of hours left. So let me know in the chat who you guys have as the biggest winner of the night and the biggest loser of the night. Don Neto, unfortunately, has left us, and we will be bringing in a new player. I'm not sure who it is yet, but I do see some chips in that seat. So I am excited to see who it is, and good luck to whoever it is. Rigo waking up to pocket deuces here. Does open it to 15. Picks up the rock with 10-7 of spades. And Madi, with his 58th pair of the night, pocket 10s in the small blind, is going to elect a 3-bet. Makes it 70. Does fold around, action back to Rigo with the pocket 2s. Nothing else but to call here. And the rock, electing to get frisky and make the call with the 10-7 of spades. He is looking for spades or some kind of straight draw. Oh, Rigo flopping a set. Bottom set that be. Madi checks. Rigo should be checking a lot of the times here.
Oh, I'm sorry, but I don't know why I thought you was.
And the rock does check with absolutely nothing, right? So the turn. Queen of Hearts. Scary card for everybody. Nobody holding a heart. Madi checks. Yeah. Rigo's going to start pumping in some money. Denying equity for anybody holding one heart. Bets out 75. Madi makes the call. King of Diamonds on the river. Action is on Madi. Who checks. Rigo bets 150. Should be enough to take this pot down. Nope. Madi wants to see what he has. Does make the call, and we'll see the bad news. Nice little pot there. Going out to Rigo on seat 3. Once again, guys, I am Randy Runs It Up on all social media platforms. If you are interested in playing this game, reach out to me, reach out to anybody on our management team, or any one of our dealers out here. You can always add your name to Poker Atlas, but it is a reminder that it is an interest list on Poker Atlas, and we do build the table, so feel free to reach out to me or anybody that I've mentioned, and let's see what we can do. Every Wednesday, every Friday, guys. There is a $10 button straddle out there by Madi. Action will be on Vagabond. Vagabond waking up with pocket jacks in the small blind, electing to make the call. Triple B folding. Walter folding. Rigo with the ace-9 offsuit. Putting 10 in to see a flop. Hey, there's our new player. Sobrino making the call with the 4 deuce of spades. Tough spot there for Vagabond, who was probably trying to limp raise, but nobody took the bait. So we're going multi-ways to a flop. Ace 9-6. Rigo flopping top 2. Being it the route that you took, you're just going to have to check fold the pocket jacks unless you improve. 3 of spades on the turn. He does go with a smallish bet, 20 on the turn, since it did check around. Sobrino picking up a flush draw, straight draw on the turn. Rigo makes the call and Sobrino makes the call. So we will be seeing 5. 8 of hearts, no help to no one. Rigo with the chokehold on this hand. There is 105 in the pot. He does bet out 3/4 pot. $80 bet, good enough to take it down. Once again, guys, we are the home of the progressive high hands. It does have rollovers from 5 p.m. to 2 a.m., but you are qualified to hit at 9 a.m., the first payout being at 5 p.m. Aces full of 10s or better to qualify, $100 every hour. We did start today, 5 p.m. There was a $1,500 payout, guys. So it does pay to play here at Texas Card House RGV, where we are the home of the progressive high hands. We do have a 25K bad beat, and we have early bird bonus for the players who like to play early. Los Patos, hamburguesas, tacos, and hot dogs. Welcome to the chat, man. They do deliver. To let them know, his phone number is in the chat, guys. I'm not sure who it is, but man, I'm interested. I am hungry in this booth, and I am alone tonight. Shout out to you for joining us and being in the chat. Thank you for tuning in. Nuno just sat down and is already in the action. Jack 10 of diamonds against Vagabond with the Queen Jack. They both flop second pair. Vagabond got checked to, and he does bet 40 with second pair. Action back on Nuno, who does decide to let it go. It is early for him, being that it is his first hand.
They can't create the contact, right?
We are an hour and 15 minutes in on this Friday night stream. 2-5 Hold'em brought to you by Texas Card House RGV, guys. Once again, make your way out here. We do have a 25K guarantee running out on the main floor. There is a bunch of souls walking around. It's hectic out there. Or you can be like me and just tune in on this 2-5 Hold'em game that we have running. Action is heating up by the hand. Nuno with the 7-4 electing to make the call. Madi with an unknown hand. He does have a 10 of hearts, is what it's showing me. The other card not known. He does make the call as well. Back to the straddler, which is Triple B with the pocket fives and in position. Makes it 100 more to go for these guys. Nuno makes the fold. Action back to Madi, who makes the call. The two biggest winners of the night going head to head so far. Off to a flop we go. King, Queen, 7, rainbow. Oh, not a rainbow, 2 spade board. Madi checks. Action on Triple B, who was a pre-flop aggressor and the straddler. Looking down at pocket fives. Goes with the down bet. Makes it 80 to go. Action on Madi, who makes the call. He can have a lot of combos of hands here. He could have Jack 10, Ace 10, King 10, Queen 10, or even 9-10. I couldn't tell you because I don't know. All I know is he does have a 10 of hearts. It does go check, check. 3 of clubs on the river. I think even if Madi missed here, he has to bet out something. If he has something, he could easily check, call to take it to showdown. But if he has nothing, I'd expect a big bet. There is $427 in the pot. They are the two biggest winners so far of the night. If I'm not mistaken, I think he did lead 315 on the river.
Sí, para asustarlo.
Those fives shriveled up, being that 4 of the 5 cards beat him, but he does elect to make the call. Beto, non-believer, making the call with pocket fives, seeing the good news as Madi just throws his cards in. Very nice call by Triple B, and he does show him that he had pocket fives. Nice hand there going to Triple B. Where are my chat ninjas at tonight? Drier than the Sahara Desert right now. Couple limpers, couple folds. Action back around to the small blind. Rigo makes the call. The rock checks. Not sure if they explained the rules to Nuno. His cards didn't read, but it is a 3-way pot. 973 rainbow board. Somebody did flop a 9. I didn't get a chance to see who it was. It was Rigo, but Nuno churning top pair. Rigo leading for 15. The rock folding. Nuno making the call. Just has to fade a 9 or a deuce. And it is an 8 of spades. 45 in the pot. I believe Rigo is going to bet 25 and get called. Guys, we do have happy hour from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. every day through the month of April. From 9 a.m. to 2 p.m., play for half the time, $6 an hour. It is happy hour, guys. There is all kinds of specials here when you walk through the door. Don't be shy. Make your way on over to Texas Card House RGV here in the beautiful all-American city of Edinburg, Texas. My name is Randy Chavez. Randy runs it up on most social media platforms. We do have some action here. It was a $10 straddle. Action does go around. Vagabond making the call with the 8-9 of hearts and the low jack. I would have liked to bump it up with the 8-9. Realize all my equity. It is multi-way off to a ace-ace-jack board. Rigo holding the only ace. Sobrino with a pair of jacks, leading out 25. Rigo making the call. We will be going to a turn card here, heads up. King of diamonds on the turn. Sobrino picking up a gut shot. Does decide to check. Oh, Rigo bets and does take down the pot. And I'm back. Had to leave the booth for a little bit, guys. Restroom break. TMI, huh? So let's see. Right here, we got Triple B with a set of deuces. And Madi, who flopped top pair and turning a flush draw. Interesting. Action is on Madi, who checked, and Triple B with a $280 bet. Protecting his deuces, denying equity, or not denying, but charging. Madi making the call, seeing the bad news. $1,000 pot going, heading over to the Triple B out in seat 1. So 2 more of our aggressive players there. Seat 8, Madi, who's pre-flop raising at 25%, and Triple B, who's pre-flop raising at 21%. Everybody else under 13%. So they are 2 of our more aggressive players, and they are 2 of our bigger winners on the night. Or they were. I take that back. Triple B really putting on a show tonight. Him and Madi getting into a couple hands. For a while, they were the 2 biggest winners, and now we only have 1. No, Blanca, ladies are not playing for free this month, but we do have promos here and there where they do get an option to play for free. I will let you know when those promos are out. We used to have ladies play for free on Fridays. I'm not sure if they still have that or not, but I probably should check in.
Dude, I was looking at it. Last time I saw it was probably 10 cents. Yeah, it's annoying. Right there, it's right there. LA's up. Here. 14-12. We're still on. If you want.
Did y'all do anything else? No?
You want to on the? You want to do the math game?
Yeah, I'm on the map. That's what, I already been on the map, so it's like,
How about this? We do once we put it on, we'll do quarters, even or odd. 25 every quarter.
hey, what about the sun? Well, we might not be.
I won't be here for that. So what do you want to put it on?
I'll start with even.
Now just take the whole game here. I got all the whole. It's every
I
quarter.
did make my way out to the main floor while I was on my restroom break. We did have 4 or 5 tournament tables and a couple cash game tables running on that main floor, guys. So make your way over. It is a packed house. There is a lot of bodies moving around. And here we go, right to action. Triple B, ace 8 of hearts, elected to make it 25 to go. The rock with the queen 10 of diamonds, calling. Rigo with the queen 10 of diamonds making the call, and the rock with the ace 5 of spades electing to make the call as well. Nuno, the newest member to the table, getting frisky with the 5 deuce, electing to make the call as well. Madi, who's dropped some chippies, getting in there like swimwear with the 6-3 of diamonds as well.
Barrels 9.
Multi-way, RGV special flop. We go to a 10-9-9 flop, rainbow board. I I think Rigo flopping top pair. Turning 2 pairs after it does check around on the flop. Vagabond turning a flush draw, leading out 25. Probably just trying to thin out the field. And if you don't have a 9, your antennas are up, right? So is anybody gonna get frisky and try to play that 9? Nuno with the 5 high. It looked like he was debating it, decides to make the fold. It would have worked. Oh, I'm lying. It's not a 9. It's a queen, queen, deuce 5 board with 3 clubs. Do not look at the board texture here, guys. It is misread, and we are getting different hands. So I do believe Vagabond turned a flush. Action on Madi. So it is an 8-5 deuce of clubs that was flopped. Queen of clubs on the turn and queen of hearts on the river. So Vagabomb out in front with a flush, but it is a paired board. There is a 4-liner. So he did slow down, being that he only has a 6 high flush. And it is going to check around.
Master Walter plan no jaló. You're real picky about it. No, dije que nada más no cagar los minutos. Ya cuando mire cuál. Oh, mire cuando mire
Welcome to those that are tuning in. Friday night, Texas Card House, RGV. We do have 2-5 Texas Hold'em running for you guys. We have been running for an hour and a half, and we have another 2.5 hours of stream time running, guys. So if you are interested in joining the game, make your way on over, join the list, and if a seat opens up, you may be the next person to jump in on the action. We have a $10 button straddle here. Master Walter with the ace-jack off, electing to make the call. Rigo with the ace-queen off, bumping it up to 40. Gets a couple of folds. Action fold around back to the straddler, who was Madi, who's looking down at ace-9 offsuit. Ace of diamonds, 9 of clubs, making the call. And Master Walter making the call as well. So we're going 3 ways. All the aces, all but one of the aces pretty much out, and that one does flop. Madi flopping a full house. Master Walter checks. Rigo, who is a pre-flop aggressor, flopping top pair with a queen kicker, making it 55 to go. Madi with a snap call there. If I'm Walter or Rigo, I'd be weary at this point. I'd be wondering what he's calling with. I mean, of course he could have an ace, right? But your antennas have to go up. King of spades on the turn. Could be a good and bad card. Master Walter and Rigo with quick checks. Action back around to Madi, who's on the button, had the straddle, and defended it. He is going to bet big. And he does bet big. Wants to make it look bluffy. It will entice the ace-queen or ace-jack that are thinking, well, we have 2 pairs. We all have 2 pairs with a king kicker, unless they had ace-king, or you're holding a random 9. Master Walter, who's thinking about it. The bet was 180 into a pot of about 2 something. I'm not 220-ish. And he is going to make the fold. Action back around to Rigo, who probably is going to see the last card. Rigo does make the call. And we will be seeing the river card here. Ace 9-9 king board. An ace for a chop. No help to Rigo. It's the 3 of hearts. I do expect him to check here a lot of the times. I'd like a check just so you don't open yourself up to a massive bluff, right? And he does check, and Madi does rip 578. Max pressure back on Rigo. He did ask for a chip count. I wish we could see the players while they're thinking, especially on the riverbeds. We are working on that software. Unfortunately, it's just not up to par at this moment, but Rigo does make the call, and we'll see the bad news as Madi will be turning over the ace-9 for a flop full house. Madi padding his stack with $902. There's the ace-9. Straddles on the button, gets action, defends his straddle, flops the joint, and gets max value. Very tough spot, hard to fold there. Madi would do that with an ace as well. Just a very tough spot. Not much you can do. Madi leading the way, the race first in pot, 33%, followed by Triple B with 24, Vagabond at 15, Rigo at 14. And I think everyone else at 12 and under. We have a $10 straddle up front. The Rock makes the call with the Jack-9 of diamonds. Nuno making the call with the 8-6 offsuit. Fold. Justin, who's been relatively quiet tonight, makes the call with pocket 8s in the hijack. Madi getting in there like swimwear with the 6-3 of spades. Vagabond on the button, has the power. Elects to make it 105 to go with the King-10 of spades. I like the play. Trying to isolate. Is in position. There is some money out there. Action back around to Triple B, who's in the small blind looking down at a suited wheel ace, ace-5 of diamonds. Who wants to take it to the streets and elects to make the call. Couple of folds. Action back around to Justin, who's holding pocket 8s. Elects to make the call as well. So we're going to be going 3 ways to a flop here. Pocket 8s versus King-10 of spades versus the ace-5 of diamonds. Action will be on Triple B in the small blind, who's holding the suited ace. Queen-10-4 with 2 hearts. Vagabond flopping second pair was the pre-flop aggressor. It is checked around to him, and he does make it 205. Should be enough to take it down, and it is enough to take it down. Gets through Triple B. Justin holding pocket 8s. Shout out to Seno in the chat. These players do need to loosen up, he says. Somebody send some alcohol into the room. And send some into this room if you send some into that room. Ace of clubs on the turn. Justin getting sticky on the flop. Wasn't gonna relinquish those eights with one bet. Does go check check. Queen of diamonds on the river. Justin would need to put a decent sized bet here. There is 770 in the pot. He decides to check, and Vagabond deciding on what to do. Does decide to check back, go to showdown, and we'll see that his tens are more than good.
No, I had his partner. But I
We have a $20 or $15 button straddle by Triple B out in seat one. Action will be on Walter in the small blind. It is 20. Master Walter looking down at Queen 6 of diamonds. He's probably going to be letting it go. Couple of folds, gets out to the Rock, who's holding Queen 10 of hearts and electing to make the call. Sobrino with pocket fours making the call. Bringing in Mari's 10-9 offsuit. And we're going to be going 4 ways to a flop here. Ace, King 3, rainbow board. Queen 10 has a gut shot. Pocket fours are still in the lead. Jack of spades. Gut shot no longer. The Rock turning gin and is first to lead. Asking for 45. Nobody has much, and he should be taking this pot down with relative ease.
yeah, it looked like he was whipping off the bench. Yeah, I'll need, well, I don't know. You consider that. What do you want? I don't know. Okay, but I'm trying to watch something. That's what I've been saying. You've been telling me down. I told you yes. You mean 050? Yeah.
So Brino waking up with pocket fours, making it 30 to go. Madi with the ace-8 suited, making the call. Triple B in the cutoff with the ace-8 offsuit, also making the call. And I think the Rock with the King X making the call as well. King 7 off to a flop of Queen 3-3 with 2 spades. Pocket fours are still in the lead, and he bets out 55. Should be enough to thin out the field here. Triple B making the call with the naked ace. Turning a pair of eights, good enough to take the lead. Goes check, check, river, deuce of clubs. Be very tough to get Triple B off this hand now, being that I seen him call a 300 and change bet earlier in the stream with a pair of fives, which was basically 4th pair on the board. So Brino betting out 85 and Triple B raising to 325. Shows the pocket fours as he throws them away. Shout out to Fish in the chat. Calling out a player and says, let's make it interesting when I get back. My boy, Mama Flex in the chat. We see you. Thank you to all of you who are joining in tonight. Friday night, 2-5, Texas Hold'em. Friday night, the All-American City, brought to you by Texas Card House, RGV. We have Madi raising the straddle of Queen Jack with the Queen Jack of Hearts to 45, picking up Triple B with the Ace 4 offsuit in hijack. And Rigo waking up with the Jiggities, who had the straddle out there, electing to make it 120 to go. Madi making the call. I don't see why Triple B would make a fold here. He is going to make the call, and we will be going 3 ways to a flop. 367 in the pot. And off to the races we go. 5-3-3. Rainbow board. Madi checks. BBB checks. I would like oh, he ripped it. $508. I would have liked the $120 bet. Continuation bet. Madi with the snap fold. Triple B thinking about it with a gutty. Needs a 2 or an ace. I do want to go ahead and let everybody in the chat know, and everybody at home, everybody who's tuning in, next Friday we will be hosting the same 2-5 Hold'em game. The only difference is we will be bringing in our VPIP game, guys. Meaning, the more players we have in the house, the more opportunity you have to play. Every 30 minutes, player with the lowest VPIP will get removed and put back on the list, and we will be sitting in a new player with the lowest VPIP. And we will be doing that every 30 minutes, guys. So it will be interesting to watch. The buy-in is 500. We will be playing 2-5 Hold'em. Lowest VPIP every 30 minutes will be taken out of the game, put back onto the list, and we will be bringing in a new player to fill that seat. So the more players we have, the better. You can start with a certain 9 and end up with a whole different 9, unless you're VPIPing at 100% and you never give away your seat. So I'm excited. I hope you're excited, and I invite everyone out for that game, as well as our PLO game on Wednesday night, guys. So next week, 2 new games being brought to you by Texas Card House, RGV. We got action here. Ace 8 Jack, 2 spades. Nuno checks, Vagabond bets. Nuno with a call. Second pair, both have a pair of 8s. Third pair, it's gonna be who wants it more. King of Diamonds on the turn. Nuno checks, Vagabond checks. Action to the river. 4 of Diamonds. And it will be a chop pot, guys. So remember, next Friday night, lowest VPIP out. Oh, I'm sorry. It's not every 30 minutes. It'll be every hour. Details to come. Details to come. If you like it and you want in on this game, please feel free to reach out to me. Let me know. I will start building this table ASAP, guys. The VPIP game will be on for next Friday. So I think there will be blood. I'm excited. I invite you guys out. I've already seen interest in the chat. My boy Sentinel says it is interesting
The honor
and he likes it. PLO Wednesday should spice things up, says my boy Leo in the chat. So guys, make it out. Let me know what you think, and let's get ready for that game next week. But for right now, let's focus on what we got.
Everybody good? Anybody need service, guys? Anybody want a free drink in the house? All right, what do you want? All right, we can give a Crown Coke.
I'll take
You got a free drink. You want 'em? Okay. Crown Coke, one Crown Diet.
Don't mess up the diet.
Careta. What kind of tequila do you have?
They are sending shots into this game.
Thank you.
500 more. Sure.
Oh, baby, let's go.
Let's loosen up the game. Shots are being sent in. I'm not sure by who, but whoever is sending them in forgot to send one into the booth.
Then he said it again. I was like, oh, shit.
6-8-3 board here with two spades. Nuno with the king 10 offsuit making the call. Madi with top pair deuce kicker goes check check on the turn, and the 8 is good. He does decide to check. Actions on Nuno, who's holding king high. Can't win with king high. Does bet out 50. Should be getting looked up a lot of the time here. And he does get looked up. Madi will see the good news that the 8 deuce is good.
Justin, you've been quiet tonight. The first time we played, you were super active. I was what? Super active.
I had ass.
No, I saw you played some sneaky shit too.
No, I did a lot of straddling.
Let's get the viewership up, guys,
You and Samuel
so we
go
can
back
prep it for next week's VPIP game. Next Friday,
forward. That's why I made that
2-5 Hold'em VPIP game will be underway. If you're interested, reach out to me, reach out to the management, reach out to a dealer, reach out to anyone you may know here at Texas Card House, and let's get your names added to the list and go from there.
I have my limits.
We have a $10 straddle out front, a couple of limpers making the call. Got the Rock with the 8-7 off, Nuno with the 5-6 of hearts, Madi with the Queen 10 off, and Vagabond with the King Deuce of hearts. And we will be going to a flop multi-way. Ace 3-5, two spades. I believe the pair of fives is in the lead.
Oh, that's a fucking flagrant. Yeah, that's great.
And he does bet out $20. Vagabond calls a 20 with a gut shot. He's looking for a 4 or a king.
What they call it? Flagrant one? Probably
Ace of diamonds on the turn. No help to no one. Vagabond with the check. Nuno has the option. And he does ask for 60. Should be good enough to take it down, and it is good enough to take it down. We got Seno in the chat asking to let's play a fantasy VPIP game tonight. Who would be the ones to get kicked out of this game so far? You got Leo saying 7 out of 9 for sure. I know the answer, guys. Let me know what your answer is, and I will let you know who is the one that would be getting kicked out at the top of the hour. We'll say every 30 minutes. We'll randomly remove somebody, even though they won't be removed physically. We'll remove them from our game every 30 minutes. Let me know in the chat, who do you have for the first 30 minutes? Who will be the first one out at the 8:30 mark, guys? I am on a 15-minute delay. I don't think it matters, being that we're both watching the same thing. So let me know who you think will be the first one out. And at 8:30, I will check the VPIPs, and I will let you know who will be out. I can tell you the two that will not be out, which will be Triple B and Madi. So we really have 7 players to pick from. Let me know who you think would be the first player to be out on our fantasy VPIP game tonight, guys. Seno taking Walter. Leo, let me know your pick. Eric, let me know your pick. We are playing fantasy VPIP game, getting ready for next week.
Yeah, I love it. Yeah.
We have a relatively... Somebody put Diet Coke Man. Who's drinking a Diet Coke?
This is like, this year was the first time I've actually been like, I don't know.
We're off to a flop of Queen 10-9 with 2 diamonds. Madi with a big slick
I really watched it yesterday.
in the small blind. Checks Sobrino with Jack 9. Bottom pair, open ender, making it 155 to go. Pot size bet. Madi making the call with a gut shot. So Sobrino in the lead right now. Madi looking for a jack or a diamond for backdoor outs. Or an ace or a king. Doesn't want the king, but he doesn't know that.
I saw the reason why, like the guy said. Maybe he's like looking for the future.
Jack of hearts on the turn. 2 pair. Madi turning gin.
Are you expecting?
Will you like?
Madi checks. Sobrino ships it. 2:21 to go. Madi making the call. 9 of spades for a running full house. Sobrino taking down the pot of 982. Bad run out for Madi there as he turned gin but couldn't fade the river 9. So guys, let me know who you have for the 8:30 mark. Who is going to have the lowest VPIP at 8:30, and we will take them out of our fantasy VPIP lineup.
I was expecting him to drop the Raiders in 13. I thought he would still be there.
That would have been nice thing though. If the Raiders had no chance.
I want to say
Go Knicks, not taking
Yeah.
25K guaranteed tournament tonight. Opened at 6 with a 4-hour late reg. So I'm thinking 10 p.m., but I'm not quite sure. It is on Poker Atlas. The life clock is on there, guys. I don't want to give misinformation, but it's somewhere in that neighborhood of 9:30 to 10.
The weapons that we have, it just sucks. We don't really have a... We got Gardner Minshew, but I don't know what he can... I'm not too sure. I'm not too sure what he can do.
Leo taking seat 4, who I believe is The Rock.
He did solid. He won some games. He won some games. It's just that... Where's he from?
So we got Seno taking Walter.
And he did good for his first year. You know, he beat some good teams.
Leo taking The Rock. That's leaving 7 more players, guys. Get in the chat and let me know what you think. Back to the action we go. We got Madi, who's on the button with the suited wheel ace, ace 4 of clubs, making it 50 to go. Action back around to Nuno, who has king 5 of clubs, electing to make the call. And Sobrino holding the king 9 off is just going to go ahead and let those go into the muck. So we will be going heads up to a flop here. Shots out to our floor. Gil, who came in and took an order for the guys to loosen up. Madi flopping the world as it comes ace, ace, deuce. It goes check, bet, fold, and he takes down the pot of $67.
Yo sí gané al revés contra Tony Stacks igualito, güey, sí. Tony Stacks tenía ace 6, yo tenía ace 9. Así cayó flop. No, cayó ace 9, 3 or something like that. Go, me cayó 9 on the turn, so I have to go. Y luego cae king on the river. Igualito, sí.
The problem is, I thought you had ace king, and the ace comes on the turn.
Yeah, so I made him think that I bet heavy on the river.
Yeah.
Yo no pensé que ese stop. He really has to keep. The 10 or 15.
Pretty. And then,
That was my fault.
two guys call. There's got to be some premium hands.
Guys, we do have the 25K guarantee running out on the main floor. There is a good amount of action. And we are the home of the progressive high hands. $100 rollovers, $100 high hands with rollovers all day long from 9 to 2 a.m. Aces full of 10s to qualify. First payout will be at 5 p.m. But you can come in the morning to qualify for that. So that's exactly what happened today, guys. We ended the night last night with a $1,400 high hand. Players were in the building early and often. Somebody hit I believe a king high straight flush. 5 o'clock came out. They added 100 to the high hands, and he got paid out 1,500, guys. So it does pay to play here at Texas Card House. Back to the action. We are going 3 ways to a flop here. There was pre-flop action. We have Justin holding the 10-8 of hearts, Madi with the king 10 off, and Vagabond with the ace jack off. Justin checks, Madi checks. Action is checked around to Vagabond, who is on the button, holding the best hand. And he does bet out 80, and it probably will be good enough to take down. And he does.
Ace king is good. Never have ace king.
Here we go.
And one.
9 more minutes, guys. Let me know what your bet, who you got for our fantasy VPIP game for at least this week. Getting us heated up for next week, 7 days in advance. I can't wait. We have a $25 button straddle out there by BBB, and action will begin on Master Walter, who is holding king queen offsuit.
Came back for another set. Let it go.
Yeah, I came back for another set, bro.
Does make the call. Rigo in the big blind holding 2 red kings.
Do they all know what?
Elects to just flat. It's being sneaky. Brings in Nuno holding the jack 8 offsuit. Vagabond holding pocket 7s, electing to go set mining as well. Back to Triple B, who's holding queen 10 of spades. I would have liked Rigo just to open it up, maybe 65, 70. You know, you don't want to go multi-way with kings. But he does survive the flop. Master Walter flopping top pair with a king kicker, elects to check. Rigo is going to go ahead and lead out for 50 now. 50 into 175. Nuno makes a call with second pair. Vagabond's out with the pocket sevens, and Triple B, who flopped top pair and has backdoor straight outs, is making a raise to 125. He's going to bring in Walter. Well, maybe not. Walter has no heart, but he does have top pair. He does know that Triple B has been really active tonight, and he's going to go ahead and fold. Rigo making the call here. King of spades. Ah-ya. Rigo checking. Triple B's going to check with an open ender. 7 of clubs. Vagabond probably kicking himself, but will realize that he saved money once he sees the hands. If he sees the hands, Rigo should be leading pot size a lot of the times here, and he does bet pot. I like the bet. Triple B asking him, do you have the king of hearts? His antennas are up. We welcome Mr. Crocker into the chat. Thank you for tuning in. We are playing 2-5 Hold'em here at Texas Card House RGV on this beautiful Friday night, coming to you from the All-American City here in Edinburg, Texas. Rigo taking down a nice one. I would have put in a 3-bet on Triple B's 125 there, just being the fact that he's the most active player and he had position. He did have the straddle out, but it is tough because it was a monotone board. It was all hearts. So as played, can't say anything. I like the play as played as well. So off to the next one. Madi looking down at King 9 of hearts, electing to make it 25 to go. Extra on Triple B holding Ace 5 offsuit. The cutoff.
I say we do $25.
Yeah, that's fine.
I've been hearing, I've never
Dude, so everybody stands up, and then once you win a hand, you get to sit down. Last person standing has to pay everybody $25.
What up, Fletch? We see you, big dog. King 5-7, 2 diamonds. Madi out in front with the top pair. He was a pre-flop aggressor. He is going to continue to tell a story. Just depends if Triple B is going to want to come along for the ride. He did flop bottom pair. Madi asking for 45. And Triple B making the call. He does have the ace of diamonds. It is a very important card. If a diamond does fall, he knows Madi can absolutely not have the nuts. So 7 of clubs on the turn. Madi asking for 120. Pot was 147, so almost pot size. It's good enough to take it down. They are talking about potentially playing a stand-up game, guys. That's where everybody stands up. You can't sit down until you win a hand, and you must show both your cards in order to sit down after you win the hand. If you win the hand and forget to show your hand, you don't have the opportunity to sit down. I'm not sure if they put that in there or not, but they are doing a $25 stand-up game.
You're not doing it, really?
You can do it. You can all do it. All right, let me
Master
go to
Walter
Still
does
late.
not want to play the stand-up game.
Still late.
Yeah, that's true.
Some of the guys looking to create action.
Oh, man, one time.
Everybody's interested.
I got one no.
It changes the action.
I got somebody else on the list for the stream.
What up, Sal? Thank you for tuning in, buddy.
I like it because it makes the game go crazy. Like, people start really playing. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. Can we at least do a round of straddles? At least.
Justin,
He said yes.
middle
Round of
of
straddles, everybody
talking,
go with that? We're doing a
picking up action, looking down at pocket tens, two black tens, making it 15 to go. Madi, who's been really active as of late, looks down at ace seven, makes the call behind him. Holds around to Triple B in seat one, who looks down at pocket fives. In the hijack, makes it 75 to go.
I don't like the 7 moves because it's the same thing. One person's not going to play and they're just going to wait.
Couple of folds around. Justin,
Just going to keep folding 7 moves so it's technically not the entire table. But
pocket tens,
one person's going to be waiting for aces.
makes the call.
Dude, we had, it was like 90% there, dude, 95% there.
Yeah, and I think Walter kind of did this too. Kind of.
What up, Ali? Join us, buddy. We have a packed house tonight. A bunch of Hold'em tables running on the main floor, as well as a bunch of tables for our 25K guarantee. Ace 8, Ace 6, Queen, 2 spades. Madi out flopping the 2 better hands with a pair of aces. Jack of spades on the churn. Each one of the players holding a spade, but nobody holding the nut spade. Justin betting out 125. Action on Madi, who can do nothing but call here. Triple B, the pre-flop aggressor with fives, has to make the fold, and we will be going heads up to a river where Justin has a lot of equity. A king, a spade, or a 10. And it is the ace of diamonds, all but locking it up for Madi. Justin letting it, deciding to not put any more chips in, decides to make a check, and Madi leading out for 200. Oh, Justin with a check shove. 1,032 in the middle with pocket tens. Madi asking for a count. Interesting. Madi making the call. Justin with great intent, with the right mindset, but Madi not going to let go of 3 aces just like that and makes the call. Justin will be seeing the bad news. Nice hand going back to Madi there. 2,500 in the pot. Guys, we are the home of the 25K bad beat. Lose with a straight flush to qualify. Both hole cards must play, and there is a 25 minimum pot requirement. Let's not forget, there is a bad beat that is in play all day, every day, along with our progressive $100 high hands. And we do have a 25K guaranteed tournament running on the main floor right now. It is a 3rd flight. There will be another flight tomorrow, and day 2 will be at Sunday, restarting at 4 p.m. I'm going to make my way out to that main floor to see if they are going to potentially get this stand-up game going, guys. So I will be away from the booth for a minute, and I will leave you to enjoy the action.
But that's all. I mean, it ain't bad. I don't want to give it. Oh, they're talking about another flavor?
That's what, yeah, get this guy out of there, bro.
Yeah, I think it's Russ again, right? Yeah.
Liability. Oh, like he did the.
It's the same guy.
Yeah, it is.
He's playing it off like, oh, no big deal, whatever.
You want the flagrant. Maybe you shoot 3.
That's right.
No flagrant. He's gonna shoot a 3 for sure. 100%.
Pass it out. Oh, yeah.
Russ, you so bro, Russ. You're gonna get another 3.
No, that's it. Hey, you got that.
Yeah. See?
Fit. Yeah, fit. Best case scenario, I'm pushing.
Yeah. The map, bro.
Need the mess. Thank you, Rob. that day so hard. That you did when you asked me if I had the king of hearts, it was just easy one day. I mean, I put you like on a pair two.
Yeah, yeah.
I was
Is that the
outside.
hand right
I
now,
just saw
John?
it right now. Yeah.
Is that allowed?
No, I didn't mean to. I was on the phone. I was on the phone and I just heard my name.
Playing
I
it out
turned.
there, totally joking.
I heard Randy say my name. I turned around and I saw the hand.
That's true. Uh, 60. One race to 60. One v one.
But what kind of tequila did you have? I know you asked.
70. 70?
Another round of trap.
What do you think, Alex? Yeah, I know what happened around the trip.
It was going.
Your idea.
My idea. I went along with it. I was the number 2 on it for sure.
You're my right hand man.
Yeah, I got
No operation. Last one's away.
Days around between 10 and 20, I think right there. It won't be too crazy. Oh man, I'm telling you, the Mavericks always play these guys good. That's why they got me on Sunday. Game 1.
And I'm back right on time as we're rewarding another pot to Madi out in seat 8, who had top pair against Rigo's pocket 10s. I try to get these guys to do the stand-up game, guys, but it was a no-go. So with that being said, we have about another hour and change of our stream, guys. So let's finish off strong and see what happens. We got action, guys. So we got Rigo with the ace queen, Nuno with the 8-5, Sobrino, who was put in the raise with pocket 7s to 40, and Justin rips it for 325 with the ace 10 of hearts, and BBB, who also has pocket 10s, makes the call. Action back on Sobrino, who's holding pocket 7s. I do believe he's probably going to go ahead and let him go, and we will be seeing ace 10 versus pocket 10s. Just really no incentive to call there with 10s, with pocket 7s, I'm sorry. And BBB, who's been running hot,
I was hoping he just called your 40 out there.
called the all-in of Justin, who's holding ace 10 of hearts, and all he has to do is fade an ace in hearts. Jack 4-4 board, 1 heart. Turn king, picked up outs. Oh, rivered ace. It's running good, but that did not matter as Justin is taking down the pot with aces and 4s with the king kicker. First real dent into Triple B's stack.
We were close.
We do have a $15 button straddle out there by Triple B, and action is on Rigo, who raises it to 45 with the ace jack of clubs. The rock, 10 of spades, and an unknown card makes the call. Nuno, 23 of clubs, making the call as well. Action back around to Triple B on the button. Holding Jack 10 offsuit.
You know, that should be a Texas Hold'em thing. Chip lead only gets one card for a full revolution. He would hit a set with it anyway.
I didn't set like that, dude.
That's why it's fun.
King 5-3, 2 hearts. Nice played. It looks like Nuno's out ahead with the 3, but the Rock is reaching for chips. Does bet out 60. He might have King 10 off spades or King 10 off or maybe pocket 10s if the board is reading right. What up to Freddie, Manny, Boo Boo in the chat just joining in. 60 does do it. Not sure what his other card was, but he did take down the pot, so the Rock taking down a pot there.
Hey, Logan. Got it. Oh, I know.
It's about the double board. The double board. We can still do bomb pots. We just have to single board bomb pots, right? Can we do single board bomb pots?
I don't know. I have to.
Or I think it's $10.
Es another compromise. El pelo will be badass with the rock. Automatic.
Justin raising the King Jack of Hearts to 60.
You targeting me, bro? You targeting me?
Vagabond calling with the 8-6 of hearts. Action back around to the Rock who folds, and we're going to be going heads up to a flop.
You called me. Oh, how dare you?
Ace 10-5, 2 diamonds. Should go check, check. Both have gut shots. Both players have a gut shot here. Justin with a bet of 75, good enough to take it down.
I was just joking anyway. Hey, don't take it back. Let me know it's bullshit. You don't have to say it's bullshit. Bam, dude. To make up for my missed strat, I'll do under the gun and the button. Would that make it right? Is that cool?
Still mad.
Don't be mad, bro. If I give you $5, will you be less mad? Totally. Where else can you have fun losing $2,000? What's that?
Madi, BBB, Sorry about that. We're lagging. BBB with the king queen of diamonds, 3-betting to 175. Madi once again holding the ladies. Queen of spades, queen of hearts. Action isn't on him, and he does elect to make the call. And we're gonna go see a flop. Heads up. Oh, bad news for Triple B here as it board comes 5-3 queen, 2 clubs, and it goes check check. 10 of clubs could be a lifesaver to one of these players as it, well, not one of, but could save Triple B some money here as Madi elects to check and Triple B electing to check back.
PJ? Nice. Oh shit, that's goaltending.
How many steps did you count?
Huh?
How many steps did you count? I counted 4.
Yeah, but NBA, that's fine.
Okay, the turn, 10 of clubs. I'm sorry, I was... Okay, Madi leading out for 250 and Triple B making the call. A bad card would be a king.
For some reason they get away with it. In college, they won't let them get away with it.
9 of spades, I'm sorry. Action is on Madi.
Somebody don't even open until you
Both
see
have
the
2K stacks here.
I feel like it's all I see.
But now they give like a gather. Like, those
872 in the pot.
Harden and Tatum do with the Celtics. Yeah. Those all, like if you slow them down in a high school.
He does go 3/4 of a pot. He goes 680.
Refs know not to call.
Very tough spot here for Triple B, being that he's not blocking clubs and only has 1 pair.
That's just how the game is now.
He was a pre-flop aggressor as Madi opened, Triple B 3-bet, and Madi just called.
I feel like it'd be more interesting to watch if they did follow.
The what?
I feel like it'd be more interesting to watch if they did follow.
I mean, that's probably the only one that I would say.
You know?
They do follow all the other rules.
Yeah.
I think it'd be fun if they guarded LeBron James one-on-one every play like they would Jordan, but they don't. Unfortunately, it's just a different game now.
Triple B in the tank. BBB electing to make the fold.
What's on?
Wants to see it. Madi does not show.
Now we're never gonna know.
We're never gonna know.
You'll see it in 15 minutes. You will know in 15 minutes, guys.
You have been bluffed.
Man, he could have played a lot of hands that beat my hand.
91 viewers, guys. Let's get over 100.
How many are they going right now? 25.
Like, it's like, unless he was turning pocket jacks into a bluff.
I think we've got to get priority. But then I'm going to do the button as well to make up for this round. Should I not? I'll let you decide. I don't want to step on your style. Okay, I just want to make it right.
You started anyway, right?
That's a good point.
So yeah, you're free.
I'm not gonna make
You have a $25
good what?
straddle out front. Action is on Madi, looking down at 4 deuce of diamonds.
I had really good queen. Bro, you can't get any closer to calling than I was calling. Yeah, man. I couldn't find a bluff that you had.
Wasn't there a straight? There was a flush?
Yeah, but I mean, we're head, like, heads up, like,
Rigo folds around to Rigo, holding the ace queen offsuit, raising it to 70 and the cutoff. Action back around to Nuno, makes the fold. So Brino with the king six clubs, making the fold. Action back to Madi with the four deuce of diamonds, makes the call. And we're gonna go heads up to a flop here. Four deuce of diamonds versus an ace of hearts, queen of diamonds.
Two hands that I
You
go to
still
the
got the
back.
button straddle. But then you're fully reading.
Then I'm fully redeemed.
Jack, jack, four. Madi flopping the best of it here. He's gonna go ahead and check. Rigo checks behind. 10 of clubs. Rigo with a gut shot. Any face card. A 10, a queen, a king, or an ace. That's what he's looking for. Madi checks. Rigo bets 100. Madi calls. 8 of spades. No help. Actions on Madi, who I'm assuming is going to check. Only way for Rigo to win this hand was a bet, but he decides to give up and lets it go. We'll be showing the bad news. Madi taking down a pot. 202, padding his stack there.
Barrels, table 9.
We will play this next hand with a $20 button straddle. Somebody's adding on.
Table 9.
I will mute myself and allow us to follow the action and hope that see if we run into a big hand here.
What time are we ending? 9?
Just a heads up. You know what I mean?
He said that once we stop the stream, we can still play. Did you take it? No. Did you take it? No. Huh? No. I can't get like you tell me that he did you. What do you want? Nothing? Oh, you don't want anything? You want the ring? Are you 80? You got 9's not even dead. LA can score so fast. They have shooters. Turn it on.
work kilo bump. Double work kilo bump.
Are we off now?
Okay, everybody else doing okay?
I feel like I pulled it out at first, but then I'm pretty sure I can still call because it actually changed.
$10 bump. Double work kilo.
Double board? We can just because it actually changed. But it could be an angle like I've been lazy to do that.
I didn't feel it. You heard me say you're good.
Top two. I don't know if you played the difference.
It was such a shooting out. It was like 214. Like,
Yeah,
it's
but sorry.
That would
My head.
I didn't mean to. I meant it.
Picks up my
put on it. Yeah, you put on your sweater and fucking everything.
You guys are in trouble.
This is the first time I've double work kilo bump on stream.
And I'm a part of it.
Congratulations.
Oh, how much is the pot? I will do $80. AKA. Are we bothering with this? Calm down.
Everybody else, everybody good, guys? Would you like to get a copy with 170? Yes, please.
Fuck this. Best case scenario. I have to win.
Amén.
You ready?
Nuts on the top of the flop. And then the second nuts on the top.
Yeah, King Ben?
No king 10 on the top. And nothing on the top.
You had it, you had fuck or.
I have the top. And no 7. I had the 3, 4, 8. But I had 6, 7 as well. 6, 7.
So everybody folded?
Yeah. I didn't think anybody was hanging around for a gut shot. 6 to hit. But I
Three players, so it's me.
It's a good shot. That's big. Yeah, no gut shot. I think it's called. I don't think that's 6 king.
On the top board, I didn't have nothing on the other one. I had 2 3 and I had 2 clubs, but it was small. I didn't like the pair of rules.
I thought I was going to chop with somebody, so I'm just trying to.
I'm back. Sorry about that, guys. We have The Rock holding King King, Nuno with the Queen Jack, debating on making the $300 call here. Rigo, who had the 7-5 of spades, flopped the flush draw, made the call. Nuno, who had third pair and a gutty, was the original raiser. Got Rigo to call, and The Rock came in with a check raise with second set. Nuno, who is debating. Decides to make the call here with third pair and a gut shot. 6 of diamonds on the turn. No help to Nuno. The Rock ripping in the rest of the chips. Putting in Nuno all in, who I'm assuming is just going to go ahead and die with the Queen Jack here, looking for a 10 or a Queen or a Jack in his mind, but only a 10 can help you. You got 4 outs. Does make the call. Eight of spades on the river. Rigo would have rivered the flush. Nuno seeing the bad news there. We welcome Eloy, Michael, Argelio Garza, Neil. Welcome you guys. Thank you guys for tuning in on this wonderful Friday night. We're bringing 2-5 Hold'em, brought to you here from Texas Card House RGV here in the wonderful city, all-American city of Edinburg, Texas, guys. I have a little bit of time left, about another hour of stream game running. Make your way over. There's a lot of games running on the main floor, as well as a 25K guarantee, guys. I do step away at times, guys. Make my way into the main floor, conversate with some of the players. I try to get into the stream game, talk to those players as well. So when I do disappear, there is reason behind it. Also, get the blood flowing. I can't sit for 4 hours straight. Got a $20 straddle here, a couple of callers. Rigo calls with the A7, Sobrino with the 10-8 offsuit, Justin raising to 75 with the offsuit wheel ace. Action back on BBB, who had the straddle out, looking down at ace-4 offsuit.
If I self-ban from this Texas card house, does that mean I'm self-banned from all Texas card houses? No, you're not even banned from this Texas card house.
Self-ban?
No, I would never. Who's joking?
BBB making the call, and we're going to see a flop. Heads up, ace-4 offsuit versus the ace-5 offsuit, and each holding the other one's cards as far as suit-wise. King 5-6, Justin out in taking the lead with the pair of fives there. Bets out 100. BBB making the call. Has cynical thoughts here, floating to try to take down the pot either on the turn or the river here. Goes check, check. King of clubs on the river. Justin taking down the pot here with a pair of fives as it goes check, check on the river.
That's not how that works? No. You don't believe me? If I had both boards, then I'm trying to get smaller and get more. Right? It was like 4 callers, too. So this is a lot of shot.
I guess the water is like
Yeah.
Oiga. ¿Me trae otro?
BBB betting out 30 with third pair there, second pair taking down the pot as Regal has ace high, electing to fold. The game has slowed down a bit here towards the end of the stream. I mean, we still have maybe about 45 or 50 minutes or so left on this stream, but I don't know about you guys, but I am excited for next week's stream games as we are running a PLO next Wednesday and a VPIP 2-5 Hold'em game next Friday. Justin waking up with the ladies. Makes it 35 to go. Madi, who's been really active the last hour and a half or so. 9-6 of spades making the call. Action back around to Triple B, who has the ace-queen offsuit. Does decide to 3-bet to 160. Action folds back around to Justin, who was the original raiser and has pocket queens. I believe he's going to put in a 4-bet here. He's reaching for chips, and he's gonna make it. 435, 5 and change. It is a big sized 4-bet. Makes it 510. A couple of quick folds, and he does show pocket queens.
What is it?
It's a foul, but bro, he wants to keep it. Oh, yes, even.
BBB with a $20 button straddle. Action on Master Walter. Cool. Folds. A couple of quick folds. Action around to Nuno in the 5 seat.
Okay, it's 3.
Folds. Sobrino with the King 5 of clubs making the call. Justin holding King Jack of diamonds. Gonna put in a raise to 75 here. Madi, Queen 9 of clubs, gonna make the call.
That never goes well for you when people like are really, really excited about using.
Couple of quick folds, and we will be going heads up to a flop here. King Jack of diamonds versus the Queen 9 of clubs. $197 in the pot. 5-3-3, 2 spades. Action goes check, check. 6 of spades on the turn. Neither player holding a spade. King high in the lead right now. 6 of clubs. Action does check around, and King high will take down this pot. Once again, guys, thank you guys for tuning in. It is Friday evening. The game did start at 6. We do run every Friday, 6 to 10 p.m. It is 2-5 Hold'em here at Texas Card House RGV. We do have a 25K bad beat. Runs every day. $100 high hands with rollovers. Aces full of 10s to qualify. We do have early bird specials for those players who like to come out early and enjoy the action. 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. You play for half the price, $6 an hour.
There it is.
And we are running a 25K guarantee out on the main floor for $100, guys. So, you know, you can spend your $100 up to 10K for first. It's a 10K guaranteed for first. So join in on the action. Here we have the Rock who bet 25, the King 10. Action on BBB who has just ace high. Yeah, I don't see him calling. Yeah, he's going to go ahead and lay it down. The Rock's been relatively quiet. Made a splash a little earlier.
Will poker players ever notice the clues in the trees to find the $60,000?
They're up by 11.
So what does this mean? You're saying I'll give you 10 and a half.
Shout out to Danny in the chat
LA plus 10.5.
and everyone else who's tuning in tonight.
Their final score. And if that's better than.
Looks like we have a $10 button straddle out by Rigo. Action will be on the Rock, who's looking down at 8-3. He's probably going to find their way into the muck. Nuno with the ace-4 offsuit throws him away. A couple of others throwing their napkins away.
They're up by 11. It's 78. No, it's
Action folds around to Master Walter, who's looking down at pocket queens. Been relatively quiet, played a solid game so far.
Not like 50 with
No, I charge him juice.
It's going to make it 50 to go.
2 points a week, bro.
Rigo with the a6 offsuit. Had a straddle of 10 out there. Does decide to make the call, and we'll be seeing the flop. Let's see if those kings and queens are really ace magnets. Nope. Not this hand, as we have a 10-9-6 board, 2 diamonds. Action does go check, check. Turn, 5 of diamonds. Master Walter holding the only diamond and does have an overpair to the board. I do believe I should see him throw a little stab into this. Yeah, he does throw in 40. A little under half pot. Rigo does make the call as we go to a 9 of spades on the river.
Dude, they just banned porn. I don't think it's going to happen here.
Wait, who's saying more?
Texas.
Action goes check, check, and Master Walter shows down queens. Takes down the little pot there, adding his stack with $97.
Kind of gives up the whole discretion thing. We're not going to be in Texas. So there's really no porn sites in Texas. Oh, I'm sure you can find some.
Do it.
You have to log into your personal account. Yeah.
You're in the valley, bro. It's not that hard.
I just that seems like a lot to watch some fucking porn. Maybe if I lived in a state that wasn't full of lunatics. You know what I mean?
You got a stack of red bothering you?
Thank you, Eloy Michael, for the compliment, man. It's tough in here being by yourself, but I enjoy it as long as there's some action. I don't mind coming along for the ride with you guys and doing my best to give the best analysis possible.
Yeah, it's 11, bro. 10.5.
Oh yeah, let's do it. Sweet.
We're going to a RGV special. 5 players going to go to a flop here. Multi-way does check around. It's ace 10, 5, 2 clubs, 6 of spades on the turn. We have a couple of gut shots, a pair of 10s. Sobrino with second pair. He actually has the best hand right now. Leads out for 35.
What did I tell you? What did I tell you? You did have. Perfect small guy still.
Shot out. My bad, guys. I'm going to go ahead and catch up here. Yeah, Joseph, Jose in the chat earlier. Just want to give some shout out to some of these guys. There is always great action here at Texas Card House, guys. It is live every Wednesday and Friday, at least from this location, every Wednesday and Friday from 6 to 10 p.m., guys.
You did say you were going all in.
Doggy in the stream. We will gladly have you take a seat, doggy. Reach out to me, buddy. The true vocalist. Shout out, Tony. What's going on, Mitch? Shouts out to you, buddy. That's Mitch from the Texas Card House, Dallas. Shout outs to you, buddy. Smashy Pete in the chats. Chuck. Just trying to catch up, guys.
I didn't see him walk out with 2 stacks of reds. So it's start like 20 on Investigate.
We have a $20 button straddle out there by Justin. Action on Madi, who decides to fold. Vega Bond's going to fold. BBB's away from his chair at the moment. So Master Walter with the ace queen of clubs. Master Walter does make it 60 to go. He is under the gun +1. It's been relatively quiet. Nuno, not sure if he's seen the same game I've been seeing, but decides to make the call with the King 7 of spades here. Action back around to Justin, who's looking down at King 10 offsuit.
That's just a Wednesday, right? But he's buying in like max too. He's not just going to buy.
Bought in 300. I know what he's talking about. Ran it up to like 2 grand and lost it immediately. Then he bought in for like another 3 grand.
King 10 for Justin, who was the pre-flop straddler, smashing the board. Action is on Master Walter, who did have the lead pre, did flop a gut shot, and I believe has a flush draw. So we should see some fireworks here. Does lead out for 90. Action on Nuno, who flopped top pair with a 7 kicker. Does fold. Action back around to Justin. Does make the call. We're going to see a churn here. Heads up. 367 in the pot. Walter, who has a flush draw, straight draw. 6 of hearts on the churn. No help to Master Walter, who is either going to keep betting small or check. But once checked to, Justin is probably going to smash on the gas. He does have top 2. Does lead out for 125. He's going to get some value for the top 2 there. He's ahead. Not sure that he knows he has to fade a jack or a club. Master Walter making the call there. Jack of spades on the river. Did somebody say gin? Master Walter rivering Broadway. 617 in the pot. Master Walter sitting on 549. I expect him to go at least 225 to 275 for value. And he does go 300. It's right in the neighborhood of value. And Justin does snap call with the two pair there and sees the bad news.
I just don't like LA, bro.
Master Walter hitting gin on the river.
Lakers over there.
You like the Clippers too, Jake?
You like the Lakers?
I mean, I like LeBron. I was always so I stopped liking the Lakers when I was a Sixers fan.
They all have super teams.
You're no longer my dealer.
Bro, PG, Kawhi, and fucking
It never works out though. Look what happened with the
yeah, dude, they're fucking bitches. So I don't really like the Suns either, but I think the Suns are really overrated. I think these guys could actually play.
But the Suns really overdo it, bro. Like, come on, man. You already have a really good team. Why are you going after Bradley Beal so hard?
Would you make it on the turn?
Like, if they absolutely knew they were gonna win with
Get
him.
some role players, dude.
That's not about a super team. You need, yeah, exactly. You have a good team.
That's why I didn't even like Dallas getting Kyrie, but I thought they had a squad.
Oh yeah, when they had
Mahdi,
Brunson,
$15 straddle. BBB, whose stack's been dwindling a little bit.
Yes, I agree.
Thought he had ace jack, but I'm assuming not. Maybe a misread there. Folds around to Sobrino, who has an 8-4 of spades and makes a call. We're going to go heads up. 8-4 of spades versus a queen-8 offsuit. 10-9-6 with two hearts. Both players have a gut shot. Well, one player has a gut shot, the other player has a double belly. 7 or a jack will help Mahdi.
Yeah, I just ran into some weird things.
Does go check around, flop and churn. Queen of hearts on the river. Should go check, bet, fold. So Sobrino gave up on the flop. That is our dealer, Alex Cage, in the box. Shout out to him. Oh boy, 9.5.
So you two were playing that game when you came in last week?
Came after the screen.
I don't think we ever needed
Get
anything.
stolen from our
I
table.
don't think we ever needed anything.
I lost 1,000 this week because
BBB's looking down at pocket sevens. $15 button straddle. Does make the call. Couple of folds. Action around the Nuno. Folds. Couple more folds. Mahdi with the jiggities for the second time. Gonna pump it up. Makes it 65 in the cutoff. And Vagabond defending his straddle. The 10-9 offsuit making the call as well. BBB making the call with pocket sevens. So we're going to go three ways to a flop here. Pocket jacks versus pocket sevens versus a 10-9 offsuit. King, queen, 10. Pocket jack still in the lead. I expect it to go check, check, check. It does. Four of spades on the turn. No help to no one. Think. It goes check, check. Checks around again. Oh, Vagabond, who was a pre-flop straddler and is on the button, does go check, check, and he's gonna make a bet here of 80. BBB's probably gonna fold, and Mahdi, who decided to just give up on the flop and churn, might, I don't know. Oh, BBB reaching for chips. Makes a call. Action back to Mahdi, who knows now he can't be good. It did check around on the flop on a king 10 queen board, checked around on the churn. Oh, sticky fingers. Makes the call. And They're gonna see the bad news.
No, he'll ask me if they
Vagabond there on the button, getting max value as it went check check, and both players deciding to make the call with their pocket jacks and pocket sevens on the king 10 queen 410 board. Yes, we got about another 20 minutes of game time here for you guys. So
This hand, $20. Let's do it. Let's do it. $20. Let's go.
they're talking about maybe potentially doing a bomb pot. Money is going out. I'm not sure how the. Okay, they are going to run a bomb pot next hand.
Yeah, he's definitely your dude.
The gods have spoken.
You gonna pull your straddle?
Decided on a bomb pot for next hand. BBB putting out a $20 button straddle. Action will be on Master Walter. Ace Jack in the muck. Couple of napkins going in the muck. Nuno with the Queen 3 of diamonds says he wants to see a flop.
Although I don't understand that.
Vagabond, who just won the previous hand, looks down at Ace King. He is in the cutoff.
So like if it's 72 or if
He
it's like
decides to just flat.
83,
BBB holding the 6-3 offsuit.
82, he wins.
Probably going to take it to a flop here. So we're going to go 3 ways to a flop.
That way, no ties.
10-7-5. Nuno checks his Queen 3. Vagabond leads out for $20. And BBB makes the call, and so does Nuno. BBB, who has a gut shot looking for a 4. Turn ace. Good for the Ace King. Should be betting here. And he does bet. Nuno checks. Vagabond bets, and it goes both fold.
Oh, you just threw a bunch.
Yeah, he just pushed the rev.
I want to do a bomb pot now.
2 flavors ago, dude.
No, bro, but look, you pushed the rev. You can't. Oh, bro, that one's a big.
Yeah, he needs to be thrown out. West
I think you can probably kick somebody before you push the rev.
That guy's been a dick the whole game.
Yeah, you might not see him for a while. Bristol's always been a hot hit.
We are running a bomb pot here. It is a $20 ante by each player who wants to get in on this.
He gets mad at the fans because they can't wet brick. You know that's part of the game.
But it's just been around for a while too, right?
If you're shooting bricks, let
He was an
people
MVP once. That's fun.
Yeah, he's like, what, he's like 10 years or some shit? Like, he's an old player.
Fuck him up, right, Gil?
I mean, he like,
It kind of looked good.
he almost tackled him. You kidding?
Do believe it's going to be a double board PLO bomb pot. There should be blood in the water. We are nearing the end of our stream, guys. I do want to go ahead and thank you to those who joined in, tuned in to our 2-5 Hold'em Friday evening game. This is a bomb pot. It's Jack 3-4 board, Ace 8-3, all kinds of hands. I'm not even gonna attempt to call it out until we get down to maybe heads up. It looks like it checked around though.
What's all yelling about?
Who has what here? Nuno deciding to make a bet here with the 5 deuce. It's Queen Jack 5 deuce. Just top pair open ended on that board. On the bottom board, Sobrino has a 7 high flush. Rigo has a queen high flush on that bottom board. Madi, who has ace king 10 5. What does he have here?
He's got anger issues. He always has his whole career.
Beating up everybody on the board.
Justin makes the call. Jack 7 6 4. 2 pair there. Some straight draws. Vagabond making the call with the King Jack 10 6. Looking for a queen.
We got you now. We're like different colors.
Master Walter making the call here with the 10 9 8 7. It is wrapped up on that top board. And on the bottom board, but doesn't have hearts. Rigo, who has a queen high flush, is probably going to make the call here. And Master Walter folded. Rigo's going to call. Iraq, who's holding an overpair and I believe a king high flush draw on the top. No, not a king high. Madi has a king high flush draw. Oh, the nut flush draw on the top board. Top pair with a flush draw. The bottom board, I'm sorry. Three and a 6. Huh. Sobrino ripping it in with the Queen 7 7 5.
Stupid idea. It's a stupid game for stupid people. And that 6 needs to go to the top.
I needed a 7, and he had a fucking queen.
And I had Jack 6 4 and 3 pairs.
Jack 6 over there, too. I had your outs.
Seat open, table 9.
Came on the wall. And you and I would be back. ordering. We could order because I'm happy to miss. Yeah. Probably lose $100 with the order at least. Holy shit, yeah. 200.
How much you make that? Double up for it. Easy.
Hey, so both of those rivers help you?
Oh, no, not the bottom.
You already had the bottom? Oh,
I had a straight already, but the 3 is paired it up. And the 6 I'm moving.
Did we get popcorn?
I think that's one of the good spots.
Yeah. Like a half a cap.
Service, table 9.
I want some popcorn and that guy's hat.
£6.
That is unavailable.
Where'd you get that hat? Where's it from?
It's a golf course here.
Oh, it's very
I
I live on the island.
My dad lives on that.
Yeah. Most people's dads live on the island.
Oh, yeah? It's a
It's all
golf course
dads.
here. It's called Champions.
Yeah, it's nice and sad.
Big back road.
Oh, sorry.
¿Alguien quiere palomitas rápido?
It was my hand.
Thank you, man.
Positions everything.
We're gonna get another player.
Make it work, dude.
Thank you, George.
Not dead yet.
Not dead yet.
15.
Yeah.
Do have a couple of hands left for you guys here. Thank you guys once again for joining us here at Texas Card House RGV, located in the All American City here in Edinburg, Texas, the Rio Grande Valley. We are on our last couple of hands, guys. Master Walter here, waking up with the jiggities, opening it up, raising it to 50. Justin, who has ace 8 offsuit, made it 30, needs 35 to call.
He's gonna rush back in here.
They are salty though.
Yeah, I didn't like it.
10-6 deuce with 2 spades. Justin checks. He does have the ace of spades. Oh, he does turn top pair and checks. Master Walter with the pocket jacks is going to go ahead and bet 40. Justin's going to make the call here.
We're on the island, dude.
I'm at the KOA actually.
What?
I have 2 RVs and KOA on the
Oh, nice.
one for the kids and one for the wife. 2 RVs.
Got a house on Coral Reef, but it's on the other side of the island.
Yeah? I'll buy like roll kite quarters.
One.
Oh yeah. Good spot.
What? Oh, are you? I was gonna go in the morning, but I decided not to. How's the weather? I mean,
I haven't windy.
yeah, look. I'd rather wait till like.
I'll be in the field.
Oh,
Rigo opens Jack 10 offsuit. Justin makes the call with the Jack 8 of hearts. And Madi with the Ace 9 offsuit making the call as well. Going to be going 3 ways to a flop here.
yeah, it is. Is it 14?
7-7-5 flop. Checks around. 10 of clubs on the turn. So Rigo does turn top pair. It was a pre-flop raiser.
Yeah, there was one. I owned it.
And he does bet 40.
It wasn't very good. Right.
Justin, who's looking for a 9,
I know. I could only ever get one.
makes the fold. Madi makes the fold. So Rigo going to go ahead and pick up a little pot there.
I would like to play there.
Man, you would think because of all the winter Texas, like maybe it's like seasonal, right? But
Everyone kept saying the winter Texans are going to hit in October. It's going to be huge. Then October would hit to like November. Winter Texans going to be massive. And then November would hit to like December. Winter Texans.
so the market, what happened?
It just didn't work. Just didn't keep it going. The guy I hired to manage it owned another club in Brownsville. So he was pushing players to his club. I was in Spain with my family for like a month, and he was just pushing all the people to his club. I had no idea. Whoops.
That club, nobody was going to that fucking place anyway. Nobody was going to. The only people that played were fucking
His family. A couple of mine right there. But, I don't know, the cigar bar dude, Rockin' Cigar Bar, he's looking at maybe putting a club upstairs. We're talking about that. I don't know.
Really?
Yeah, that could be good. I'm just not sure how good it can do. It's just no people. It's 5,000 population on the island. 5,000. What is it? It's nothing.
I think with the right marketing, it could work, but I mean, I'd have to
I wanted to do poker after. I thought that would have made the difference. It was gonna be like about 50 grand just to have 2 tables of poker apples and computer and all that shit.
You don't need poker hours.
No?
That's what they charge.
What's that?
That's what they charge.
It was like 12,000 per table or something crazy. I think it was per year. It's been a while. It was a lot.
I'm on stuff now.
Tell us how bad that club again was.
Hey, we split this.
Hey man, we had a hot dog machine.
Oh, there you go. You got it back.
Everybody wanted to go. Nobody
Well,
went.
action has slowed down over the last hour and change, but I don't expect that next Friday, guys. Next Friday, we are bringing our first very BPIP game to the RGV, hosted by Texas Card House RGV.
Bro,
Um,
he's mad. He might miss it.
I believe, I'm not sure if it's every 30 minutes or every hour, player with the lowest VPIP is going to be removed from the game. And I do think on that game, we will be running a bit longer. We've been running 4 hours for the streams. I'm thinking maybe 6. So stay tuned in. I think that game is going to be big and it's going to be blood and it's going to be a lot of action in the water. So don't forget to tune in next Friday at 6 p.m. And once again, we will be running PLO on Wednesday night from 6 to 10. So if you have any interest of playing that game, reach out to me or any management or dealer here. Get your name on the list, and let's get that ball rolling. Back to the action here. We got Vagabond with the King Jack of Diamonds making the call. BBB making the call with the 3-4 of hearts. Rigo making the call with the 7-5 offsuit. Madi with 5-3 of clubs, and we're going to see a pot multi-way here. It was a straddled button pot. Queen Jack 8. Vagabond flopping the best of it. Check around. Do think we're going to see Vagabond lead out on a lot of churns. And there it is, 15 with the 2 of diamonds on the churn.
That's crazy though. What the fuck?
You gotta follow the clues in the room.
Yeah, when he said clues in the room.
TCH live. There is a game every day, guys. Monday, I believe Monday through Saturday. I'm not sure on Sundays, maybe Sundays, but one of our sister locations does host something every day. We host here at Texas Card House RGV every Wednesday, every Friday. And I just want to go ahead and thank all those people who tuned in. I do believe we have 1 or 2 more hands left. And yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. I'm excited about next week, and I hope you tune in then and or join in on the action if you are in the area. We're running multi-way here to a 10-6-7 board, rainbow. A couple of straight draws in there, and a pair of 10s with a gut shot. Oh, you do have a flop straight. Rigo flopping a straight. Four of spades on the churn.
Like if you have like a big group of winter Texans that really want to play, and like
Master Walter's going to go ahead and check. Rigo with the straight is going to lead out for 55. He's going to start pumping some chips in, building a pot. Rock with the quick call.
but when you get these like yeah like big groups that they like to drink.
5 of clubs on the river.
I don't know, you know.
That bet saved Walter because Walter might have stuck around with the rivered 8 for a straight. 8 high straight. Rigo holding the nuts at the moment. Nut straight.
Oh, you talking about that club?
Yeah.
They moved from here, no? What are they called? I don't remember how they club.
Bets and gets called.
They were here. They moved out of RGS. They're not there anymore.
Or maybe doesn't get called.
Place I can play is like Suits for home games. Suits, every season I like the guys that they never really. It's the same thing as mine. The game starts at
We are live, guys, every Wednesday, every Friday, 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. I'm hoping that next week in those games we can bring you a bit more, but I guess we have to wait and see.
Rules too. I was trying to run it right, like tournaments and shit. People hated that.
Wasn't there one inside of the Billy backyard?
Yeah, they have like tournaments there. But it's probably just but there's some home games. I found a good home game in one of the kiteboarding shops that I went to. So there you go. Yeah, it's a 1-3 game. It's a 1-2, but
Where's it at?
pretty good. It's on the what is it called? Kiteboarding Inc. I think is the name of the place.
Can I get your number?
Huh?
Can I get your number?
Okay.
You gave it away like in the beginning of the stream. You didn't hear it? You were giving everybody.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it's not my game. 903.
No, I know, but maybe like
Yeah.
when I'm bored out there.
I mean, usually it's like they buy in for $100, $200. It's not very lucrative. The players are very good. I'd say half.
Marty making the call with the Queen Jack offsuit. It was Rigo who opened it with to 50 with the Ace King. Flopping top pair, nut kicker is Rigo, who's in the big blind. He does bet out 55. Marty, who flopped the joint, King Queen Jack 10-9, makes the call here.
And I'm looking forward to that hour and a half drive home. Yeah.
Jack of clubs should slow down the action for Rigo.
Terrifies me being South Texas.
Does go check. Marty with a big bet, 3/4 pot here. Full pot almost. Just wanting to take it, make it look like a bluff line. Just not too many hands that Rigo can be happy about here, holding just one pair with a ace kicker. Eight of clubs on the river. Did get Rigo to peel one more street, but it's just another bad card for him. I do expect him to go check bet fold. The pot is 562. Rigo is sitting on 579, so Marty has been really active throughout the day, throughout the night, I'm sorry. Rigo does check. And Marty with a $1,600 bet. $600 bet. Yeah, he's putting Rigo all in.
Maybe we should just like take a 10-minute break and all act really drunk out there and then come back. Like, I can't believe my 6-3 held. Under the gun, bro. Fuck yeah.
Once again, I want to thank everybody who's tuning in. Joined us this lovely Friday afternoon. Joined in on the action of the 2-5 hold'em that we run every Friday, weekly Friday game. We do have, I think, one or two more hands left, guys, and I just want to shout out those who tuned in. Without you guys, I would be talking to myself. So once again, I just want to shout out to everybody who tuned in, give thanks, and we'll see you guys again next Wednesday. Did have a player cash out, one busted. We do have some players that are in line to get in on the game. I'm just thinking, I'm not sure they're going to jump in now or post stream.
Let's talk about it.
With that being said, guys, this will be the last hand played tonight. So thank you guys. We are the home of the 25K bad beat jackpot that's running every day, Monday through Friday. We do have a 25K guaranteed tournament that is running right now. Day 2 is on Sunday. Join us tomorrow for our last flight. $100, 10K guaranteed to first, 25K guaranteed tournament. Great value, guys. Great value. And we are the home of the $100 progressive high hands. So there is reason to play. Make your way out here. There is a lot of bodies out on the main floor. Once again, I'm Randy Chavez. Randy runs it up on most social media platforms. I thank you guys, and I will see you guys next week.